Hello everybody, my name is Zen and it's Thursday, February 23rd, 2012, and you're watching the first ever episode of GLHF. Now, GLHF is a new series that we're launching that will happen every Thursday, so once a week, and basically what it allows us to do is just to play whatever game we want, to showcase whatever we want. So one day I may show an indie game, the other day I may show a AAA title. I could show free-to-play stuff, I could show things inside games you may never have seen before, or different variations of mods and stuff. So it gives us a lot of leeway for content that we can put up on Thursdays, just to do whatever we want to. And that also gives us some room to possibly do stuff with subscribers as far as multiplayer goes, and upload that as well. So Thursdays will basically be the day for that. Now, this also helps us achieve the goal of our mission statement, which is variety gaming. I would say, to be honest, in the past couple months we haven't really had much variety. It's been pretty much the same games, you know, going in and out, so it'd be a good idea to have this every Thursday, once a week, to show you guys some new stuff you may never have heard of, or stuff that you are looking at and haven't been able to check out. So that's the goal of this. Also, GLHF stands for Good Luck Have Fun. You may not know this if you don't play a whole lot of multiplayer games, but it's a common courtesy phrase thrown out in like 1v1 matches or popular competitive games like League of Legends is a big one, and so is StarCraft. Those ones, you'll typically see a lot of GLHF as soon as you enter a match. It's just a courtesy. So that's kind of why we wanted to name it that. Was we like to have fun. Gaming is our thing we do, and if we're not having fun, we're just not doing it right. So yeah, I thought it was an appropriate name to showcase multiple games. So today we're going to be looking at the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and this works out well for our first episode of this ever because of two reasons. One, because it's been what I've been playing for the past couple weeks, or for the past week or so, and it is amazing. It is so good. And I'll get to that in a minute. But the other reason is that it's not typical of the series. If you look at Mass Effect 1 and 2, they were simply full-on single-player campaigns that were really, really good. And this has that as well, but it also has a multiplayer aspect to it. And I think BioWare added it because of all the people who probably said, like myself, at the end of Mass Effect 2, is, wouldn't this be cool if I could play with another person, if I can experience this gameplay with another person, because it's really good. And they listened. They didn't give us a whole lot of story aspect to the multiplayer, like a whole co-op mode. They didn't give us that. They gave us this really cool horde-style survival multiplayer, which is super good. So let me explain what happens. It's you and 3 other people. You get into a match, and you have to survive these 10 waves of enemies, and you have different objectives as you go through. And as you're completing objectives, you're gaining credits and experience, and you can level up your character and all that. So that's kind of how the gameplay works, and it's just like the single player in the way that everything plays around, except you just have 3 other people with you, covering your back, rezzing you if you go down, and there's a couple other things you'll get to see later. But I wanted to go through the menu system first because there's a lot of information here. So the first thing is, this is one of the characters I've been playing. 20, I think, is the max level. Yes, it is. So 20 is the max level, and I've been playing as a Sentinel. There's other classes you can do, and let me back up and show you all of them. So here you have your Adept, your Soldier, your Shoulder, your Engineer, your Sentinel, your Infiltrator, and your Vanguard. Now, on your Adept, it's pretty much, I mean, you can see here that there's a few different races you can play as. You can play as human, and then you also can play as an Asari or a Drell, which is really cool. Those are unlocked. The other classes have the same thing. Like, you can get a Krogan, you can play as a Quarian or a Solarian rather, and you can even play as a Turian. So there's a lot of options here as to what you can do. Now, you can have multiple characters. You can't just choose one because they're all really good. So let's take a look at my high-level character here. So you do have your powers just like you do in single player, and it works just like it does in the Mass Effect 3 single player. So you can see here, it goes across, and once you get to tier 4, you have options you can choose from between the two. So I think you'll always end up with some stuff that you just can't get because you don't have the points left, which is fine. I don't see the harm in that. It allows you to build a character possibly different than other people, which I like. The other thing is you have your weapon layouts. Now you can unlock weapons, and I'll get to that in a second. You can unlock weapons, but you have sniper rifles that you can choose from. I have 2 unlocked. You get 1 unlocked of each type by default, just as a note. I have 2 assault rifles. I also have 3 submachine guns. They're all pretty good. They all have different stats. I have 3 shotguns. They're all good as well. Go back. And I have 2 pistols. Now, if you see here, this is the pistol I have equipped on this character, which it has weapon mods. I'll get to that in a second. But if I go to the next one, it shows you the difference between this weapon and this one. The bars here are what the other weapon has that I have currently equipped. So the accuracy, obviously, on this one is a little higher, but I got better damage and better capacity for this weapon. So this one's obviously superior. Now, the weight of a weapon also determines your power recharge speed. So say I added a sniper rifle. I can only carry 2 weapons, but say I added a sniper rifle. My weight goes up to minus 71%. So it can really kill the cooldowns of your abilities, which is not good, obviously. So you want to have the weight to a pretty reasonable amount. Different weapons weigh different amounts, and it allows you to kind of mix and match different types. Like I can have a submachine gun and a pistol, or a shotgun and a sniper rifle, or a sniper rifle and an assault rifle. Like I could do all this different stuff with it. And there's also weapon mods like there are in the single player. So I've got a scope here and a pistol magazine, which increases the rounds in my clip. There's things like, let me go to this one. There's things like stability dampeners, which make it so the weapon doesn't kick back as much. So there's other, options there. So this is the weapon system. It's pretty in-depth. There's a lot of options here to unlock. I haven't unlocked nearly as much as I want to. The second thing is you have this equipment tab, and you get these credits throughout the game as you're doing objectives and stuff, and with the credits you buy these packs. And in the packs have random items, but more often than not they'll have metagels, Cobra missile launchers, survival packs, and thermal clips. Basically what these will do is it's power-ups throughout the game. So say I got into a game, you can see here the number on the icon is the number I can take or I can use within a specific level. So I get into a new game with 3 guildies, and I only am allowed to use 2 of my 7 missile launchers, 2 of my 29 ops survival packs. I only have 1 metagel left, oh geez. But if I had more than that, I'd only be able to use 2 of those. I think it's 2. And I can only use 2 thermal clip packs. Now, these are different power-ups that you can use in a bind. Like say there's a massive enemy, you can use the Cobra missile launcher, but you can only use 1 of the 2 that you have, so you got to use them sparingly. So there's this kind of supplies, and then there's bonuses. So the different bonuses are like disruptor rounds, which are pretty good. They kind of stun an enemy. You have all these armor stuff that you could put on, and then you have weapon bonuses. And what these do are they're a one-use thing for a round. So you select one if you need it, and it'll take you into a round with that power-up. And once that round is over, those power-ups are gone. So you get these from the packs that you can buy as well. But also in those packs, you get things for customizing your character. You get different character unlocks, like different, like maybe I can get a Quarian engineer or something. Like there's ways that you can unlock different races for the different classes and stuff. There's also different weapon unlocks and appearance unlocks as well. So if we go to the appearance tab, you can see here from leveling my character and from unlocking them through the packs, I've unlocked all of the customization options. So I can change primary colors, I could change the highlight colors of stuff, I can even go to the secondary colors, change that. I can change what pattern I have on my armor. I like the number 2 there. I can change the color of the pattern, and I can also change the lights on my suit, which is I like that. That's a nice touch. So it allows you to customize your character that will otherwise look exactly the same as everybody else, which is that's a pretty nice feature there. They didn't have to add that, but they did anyway, so I appreciate that. Now, as you see here, I've saved up 72,000 credits. So I did this for demonstrations. So let's go to the store. And I know this first part's a little boring. We'll get to the gameplay in a second. So there's 2 types of packs available in the demo. There is the veteran pack and the recruit pack. Now the veteran pack is always going to have better items and more of them, but if you need like a quick fix on items, you can get a recruit pack if you just don't have the 20,000 credits. So let's buy 3 of these and you'll get to see what's in them. So as you see there, I got 3 ops survival packs. I had a ton of those. 3 metagels, good, I needed those. Incendiary rounds, rank 2. I also got a assault rifle magazine upgrade. I didn't have that before, so that's awesome. I'm going to equip that later. And I got another SMG weapon. Now what happens is if you get the same weapon twice, like I had already unlocked this one, but I got this one again. So what happens is it just makes it the rank 2 of that weapon. You can see there. It makes it so it holds more ammo, does damage, or does more damage, and you know whatnot. So it just generally upgrades the weapon as you get more of these, bit by bit. So let's buy another one, see what we get. So I got 3 more Cobra missile launchers, metagel, rail amp, so that's the bonus I can use once per mission. I have a new pistol magazine upgrade, that's good. And I got an upgrade on a current sniper rifle I have, that's good as well. So let's get another one, because I've got a lot of credits. So ops survival packs, Cobra launchers, warp rounds. I've rarely gotten these, so that's nice. I got a sniper rifle extended barrel. I already had that upgrade, so it's now rank 2. And I got an upgrade to the scimitar, or scimitar, or whatever you want to call it. The M27 shotgun, I got an upgrade to that. How about that? So now that I've done that, let's get a couple of recruit packs so you can kind of see the difference in items. So 1 missile launcher, 1 ops pack, sniper rifle amp, power amp, and now, okay, this is interesting. So if I did not have the male human adept before, it would unlock it for my play, but because I already have it, it gives me 12,500 experience to that character, so I can go back and level up that character a little bit more, even though I haven't really played them. That's why you saw some of those characters at like level 3 or level 6, just because I've had the little packs give me a lot of experience on those characters. So that's a cool feature. And last but not least, did I get anything good? I got another sniper rifle upgrade. Goodie. I don't really use those a whole lot because I don't have one of those characters, but I did get some weapon mod upgrades. So if I wanted to, I could switch out the stabilizer for a new clip, right? Or I could change out the scope for a clip. So there's some options there, which are always really good. So that's the weapon system, that's the unlock system. You get credits by doing certain mission objectives while you're in the game. As you see the store there, and whoops, let's go back. It says I have new equipment because I got new bonuses and stuff. So if I were to go into a game, let's go back. Now, I can quickly go to a quick match, and it shows here I can get into a public game at any location. I can also choose the 2 locations available in the demo. There should be the ability to change enemy types as you get the full game. It's not available in the demo. The only ones available are Cerberus. And then there's 3 challenge modes. There's bronze, silver, and gold. So it obviously gets harder and harder as you go. Now, I'm going to go play a couple games and do the commentary afterwards, and now you guys can finally, you know, see the content and be able to enjoy the game rather than me just talk about it for like 20 minutes or whatever. And the next time you see me, I'll be in the game recording. Okay, as you see here, finally in the game. It was like 20 minutes later. The matchmaking system on the demos is hit and miss with being able to get into a game. So I'm going to do all of my commentary after the fact with the game here. Mostly because it's so hard to play and do my commentary at the same time. As you can see, there's a lot going on. So I'm playing as my Vanguard that I named Iron Man appropriately. I mean, look at their clothing. It's perfect. You can customize the colors the way you kind of want to, so I was able to get this look that I was going for. So right now, my loadout I'm using is a shotgun and a pistol with a scope. So the pistol's obviously for distance, but I don't think I end up using it at all until the very end on this game. But I typically just use my shotgun because I'm able to charge in like that, shotgun him into the face, do some crazy melee damage, get some good assists, do another charge, do some more shotgun to the face. Oh, it's so good. This class is probably my most fun to play because it's the most active. Like, I mean, look at that. That's awesome. It is possible to completely knock people off the edge there if they're, you know, up on the top and you do your charge, because it knocks them back. You can also use like throw and warp and all that kind of stuff if you're like a sentinel or a... Isn't it an adept? Yeah, an adept. So as you can see there, we're clearing out the waves pretty quickly. I'm playing with 3 other guys. This was actually a really quick game for us. Games typically last anywhere from, let's say, 15 minutes to 25 minutes based on what you're doing. And things like this pop up. Like, this is an objective here that shows that I have a minute and 1 second to take out the targets around here, right? And the targets are clearly marked. You can see the little arrow on the right side of my screen. I can get to it, which is what I do right here. And I'm able to, I think, melee her, get the assist or something. And it just continues to update the thing. There's 4 of them that you have to get of the strategic targets, right? So there's also some other objectives that you'll see later on, but if you complete them quick enough, you get time bonuses. So you get bonuses for extra credits, and not only that, but you get through the level quicker, and that's always a good thing, because then you can get into another level and get more credits. Having the ability to get a stockpile of credits and buy a lot of items is very useful, because you can get pretty rare items with buying like the veteran pack. I don't know what the full version of the game is going to be like, but I do know that they have an idea of having more than just the 2 packs there are available, so there may be more expensive ones. And as you do the different levels, say I do a bronze level instead of a gold level, gold's always going to have you get more gold if you can, like, actually, or more credits rather, if you can actually complete it and do all this stuff. It's very difficult. So you see there my buddy went down. You can res people, you've got a certain amount of time, and you'll see when I die later that you have to spam the space bar to stay alive. And as you're doing that, you're pretty much fighting for your life, and the enemy can come up behind you and like stomp on your face and kill you. Now there's an option to resurrect yourself, and you'll see that when I die, and I'll talk about that more when I go down, because it's easier to see. So you saw a little badge there. You get awards for stuff like 10 assists or like 50 kills or 10 melee kills, you know, stuff weird, like 10 pistol kills. And basically doing those kind of things, getting those medals, just get you more experience. And more experience is good because the quicker you get leveled up, the quicker you'll be able to do the higher level challenges like gold and stuff. You can even hit escape and you see the score there. I'm doing really well because of the Vanguard. Feels a little overpowered. I mean, what I'm able to do is I'm able to charge in, and if I wanted to, I could blow my biotic barrier that I've got, which is kind of like a shield, really. So I can blow that and knock everybody back, but then I don't have a barrier. But what can happen is if I charge again, every time I charge, it puts me back up to full barriers because of the talent point I got with it. So it works really well, and melee attacks are just, they're beastly. So there's a few different types of Cerberus enemies. I don't know what the other ones are going to be because we haven't seen them, because this is still the demo. Okay, so my friend went down there. I'm going to try to get him up. Shoot that guy in the face. Shoot that guy in the shoulder. Try to... Boom. Okay. And that was the last guy. So at the end of every wave, you're able to just resurrect. So it's nice that it gets you back up to full health and everything. Anyways, as I was saying, there's different types of like tiers of enemies. Like there's the basic grunt that doesn't give you a whole lot, but if you kill like the centurions or the phantoms and stuff, which are higher level, there's even guys with the shields, as you can see there, which are really annoying for me. I don't know why. If you... Oh, by the way, I think I lag here. Yeah, you see the lag a little bit. Oh well. There is some multiplayer lag, but I think it's because whoever was hosting was lagging out. I don't seem to have lag if I'm the one hosting, and I have a really good internet connection. So, anyway, so there's the different types of tiers, and the more damage you do on them, the more experience you get for the kill. So, say they're at half health, I'll only get half of the experience if I do all the rest of the damage and kill them. But if they are at like full health and someone only shot it once, they'll get the assist on it because they helped kill it, but they'll only get a small percentage of the experience from it. So that's kind of how that works. So there's an assist and kill system that works really well, and I think it's pretty balanced so far. It could be tweaked a little bit, but it feels fairly balanced. So here we have another another objective to kill targets. There's different ones, and you'll see them when we get there. But like, there's an enemy here. The engineers, they throw down turrets, as you might expect. Just when you're playing, make sure you take those out, because if you... There's been a few times where I've been running around taking out like the last guys of a wave and I'm the only one left, and I turn a corner and there's a turret there and it just kills me, and then we're done and I can't do anything because I've already rezzed myself for a couple times that game. So you want to be careful. And like, see, these guys here, if you can get behind them like I just did, you can get quite a bit of damage on them, but if you're shooting their shield, there's not going to be a whole lot that you can do. So what the option is you can like use throw if you're a sentinel or an additive, and you can knock their shields back. I'm just having issues. I'm trying to melee. You can wait for him to melee before you shoot, but that doesn't really work. So I'm basically going to try to knock his shield. There we go, out of the way. Shoot him in the head. If you get headshots, by the way, their heads explode, which is kind of gory. I wasn't really expecting that, but it works well. And I'm sure you've been seeing all the enemies throw those grenades. I would suggest avoiding them, because at the higher difficulties they can pretty much just take you out if you're not paying attention. So 25 shotgun kills just got me 500 bonus XP, always good. Last target's up there. We have a minute and 30-ish seconds. I'm going to try to take out everything else. So you can see the turret right here. Now I'm able to take out the turret pretty well with the shotgun, but you can take quite a bit of damage. Like, I'm almost dead, so I pop one of my survival packs. You only get 2 of those per match. If you have a lot of them, that's good. I use as many as I can as possible on my Vanguard. And it takes you back up to full shields and health. So use those when possible if you have them. Now, sometimes my melee doesn't quite do full damage. And the best advice I can give if you're doing a lot of melee, or if you're playing a Vanguard like I am, to... Oh, pop my other survival pack. Get back up. But to make sure you shoot them once or twice before you melee. That'll typically make sure you get the kill. That was a weird bug, how I like went through the wall there. It's not supposed to happen. Oh well. So I was a little disoriented, missing all my shots. As you can see, coming up behind this guy, shoot him in the back. Always very good. Some guy got the kill there, I didn't get it. Now, coming up here, I think this is the next wave. Let's find out when it pops up. Yeah, so every now and then, you only get objectives. So most of the waves you go through are just kill everybody, right? And as you can see there's a big stompy mech that has shields and armor and stuff, and it's just owning me. And there I go down. So I'm going to show you this. So you have to spam spacebar to stay alive, and you can see our timer there counting down. Basically, you're trying to kill that counter to make it last longer. And I can hit 7 and revive myself, which I just did. But that doesn't really help because this robot picks me up and executes me. So that was bad timing. I should have rezzed myself sooner and got out of there. So I'm dead. This is what happens when you die. It's good that I died. I meant to do that. That was purposeful. So you could go into this cool spectator mode where you could switch between guys. And you can kind of look behind them and stuff. So if you're on like Ventrilo, or if you're using their in-game chat, like they have a voice chat that actually works quite well and it sounds pretty good. So if you don't have Ventrilo or TeamSpeak or anything, that's a good option. But basically, you can be looking behind your buddy and be like, hey, there's a guy behind you. So that's it. It feels like this could be abused a little bit, but it works really well. Being able to see your friends like take down guys like that. And you know, I could just freely switch between them. They're pretty good. They're able to handle themselves and move on to the next wave. If all of your guys die, you pretty much just go to the back to the screen for going into the match, and then you all select that you're ready to go back in if you wanted to, or you could just leave the lobby. So if you all die, you're pretty much done for. But I've had a couple games where we're all dead, and there's just 2 of us left that are fighting for our lives, and then we realize we're all dead, and you're able to res yourself, right? You're able to use your res and save the day, and you can either go res your other guy that's fighting, or you can finish off the objective and just get everybody healed up. And on a gold mission I've done once on my Sentinel, I was able to get to one of the last like waves, and everybody died. So there was a ton of enemies, and I had to hack a target, and I just couldn't get to it. I really just couldn't get to it to finish it. And we all died, and I was way out in the middle of nowhere, and they were all around the target. I was able to res myself and go to the hack point finally, and I was able to survive the wave just barely, with like no ammo left, with the last guy almost killing me, and I was able to res everybody. So don't give up. You could get through a mission pretty easily if you play smart. I would suggest playing as a team though. If you have 3 other people that really want to play this, because this is free. This demo is free. Go get it on Origin. It's amazing. It's really good multiplayer for free. So go get this, get 3 of your friends to play it, and then play really strategically, and you can have a lot of fun like that. And I like that that's an option. So these Phantoms, beware of these things. They're like demons. They're like Satan incarnate is what they are. They're basically a melee stealth character that'll come up and just own you, but they also have like the pistol that's silenced, and they could do so much damage to you in just a short amount of time, so be really careful of those guys. It was stupid of me to attack that guy, or to attack the Phantom in melee like that, but I was able to kill it just barely because they were kind of preoccupied. I was able to sneak up on it. But be careful of those guys. And also, obviously, be careful of the guy that killed me. What are they called? I don't quite remember. As you can see there, I'm pretty far up on the ranking. I'm still #1 by quite a bit. You'll see at the end, when we finish this level, it breaks it all down of all your medals and awards, and everybody's medals and awards, so that's pretty cool. But as a Vanguard, multiplayer is just, I don't know, it's just so much fun. Like, I don't like the Vanguard in single player, right? Because your teammates are idiots. I mean, they're smart, but they're not a person. Like, these guys know that I'm jumping around and doing all this stuff and getting up in these faces and shotgunning things to death. And they're covering my back. Like, you got these ranged guys up on the top right and stuff, and they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Now, if I was with, like, Garrus and Liara, they would just be trying to follow me, and me jumping in like this would not be good. So if I would say this kind of play, this, like, deathmatch, horde mode, is really good for the Vanguard, because you don't have people trying to follow you most of the time. You do get some teammates every now and then that attempt that. They just, like, don't know where you're going, so they want to follow you when you charge in, which is never a good idea. And, ooh, can I? Oh, I got the assist on it. I was hoping I could get the kill. But basically, the Vanguard is a really good option for having a lot of fun in multiplayer modes if you've got a good team. And I don't like the Vanguard in single player. I don't know why. It's probably because of Liara and Garrus trying to follow me around. It's not good. So here, this is another example of another type of thing that'll pop up for your objective. I don't know why I use that ability, but there's these devices that you disable, and they spawn randomly, one at a time, on the map, and you have to go and disable them. Sometimes they spawn right next to each other, which is really useful. Other times they spawn all the way across the other side of the map, which sucks. Like, it sucks so bad. And so that's one of the objectives, right? As you can see there, someone's capturing the second one. The third one's going to pop up, I think, somewhere nearby us, and I think I go and help. I don't remember. But the other objectives that could happen, so you've seen this one, the devices disabled and stuff. And then you've seen the assassinate the certain people that are marked. That one's pretty cool and useful. The last major one is on the demo at least. There may be more in the actual game. I'm sure there is, based on what enemy type you're going against. Like, the collectors might have something different, or the reapers, or what, you know what I mean. They may be a little different than this. Oh, will I go down? Oh man, that sucks. But I get a res. Can I take out the Phantom? Hopefully, we'll see. So basically, there's another major objective, which is the hacking. It's basically a terminal. You hack and you stand around, and you make sure that everybody in your group is kind of around it, and the more people you have, the quicker it hacks. And the quicker it hacks, obviously, the quicker you get done doing it, and you move on to the next round. Ooh, the Phantom survived. Let's kill it now. Shotgun in your face. So this hacking one is more of a, you bunker down around this area, and you continue to hack, and as long as you're in the area, it's hacking apparently, or uploading is another one that it's called, but it's the same idea. So that's the other major objective for Cerberus. So in case you were wondering what all the objectives were, it's random of what you can get. I mean, you can get like all hacks in a row, or you can get all assassinating the certain like kinds of characters in a row. But ooh, 75 kills, nice. So you can, it's completely random, so you want to kind of pay attention to what you're getting. Now, as you see here, because I did an unknown map, I got 2,500 experience, and this is the last wave. So there's 10 waves in total, and then there's an 11th extraction wave. And this wave only lasts for 2 minutes. You just have to hold out. And back behind me, you see the blue circle on the ground. As long as everybody's in that at the end, you get a full extraction bonus, and everybody is able to extract. You can have everybody die and have one person in there, and at the end of the countdown, all the enemies will just disappear, and then it's done. So it's just you're holding out for 2 minutes. It's usually a good idea to defend outside of the circle and then slowly fall back as you're getting overwhelmed. But try not to gang up on the circle, because people will just or the Centurions and stuff will just smoke bomb like that. You won't be able to see things coming, and then they'll grenade you, and you'll have to be forced to move out of whatever cover you are in. So it's pretty dangerous, and you want to be really careful. But we're coming up to the end of the match here. We've survived all 10 waves, wondering if we can get through this last 11th. Shoot that guy in the face. You get a lot of experience if you're quick at killing those guys without any people assisting you, but obviously assisting is really nice. So I got a kill streak there. I was going to use my rocket launcher on that guy, but I didn't really need to because someone else caught it. There's been times where I've used a rocket launcher on one of those big Atlas guys at the same time as somebody else, and I haven't gotten the kill, even though mine hit first. So you want to be careful of when you use it. Make sure if you're on a team that you're communicating when to use them, especially if everybody has 2 of them and you're playing on gold, because a lot of those things will come, and they have so much HP that you're going to want to use those rocket launchers if you're in a bind. So make sure you're communicating with that. So this has been a look at the multiplayer. I hope you guys have really enjoyed it. This, like I said, is it kind of lives up to our mission statement of getting, you know, variety gaming on the channel. And I really hope that you guys enjoy the GLHF episodes. I'm going to continue to do them once a week, every week on Thursdays. You see there, I got my full extraction, mission successful. You're going to see my experience pop up. It's going to show you how much gold I got, or how much credits I got, and all my medals and stuff. And I think on that note, I'm going to go play some more of this, and I'll bring you guys a completely different game next week, right? And on that note, I'll see you next time.